Hey, so I am doing a quick video on Aphogee, which is a protein treatment. Um, it's really for people that have very dry, damaged hair, and I can't stress this enough. If your hair is just a little bit dry, you do not need this. If it is bleach blonde, then you're probably going to have some damage, which comes with the territory of using bleach on your hair. So if it is very dry and it's literally breaking off, or you're having fallout and it's, really over processed, um, then this is perfect for this. It's a very strong protein treatment, so you can only use it one time every 6 weeks. So I'll do one today, and then I'll probably set a reminder in my phone to do another one 6 weeks from now. So what you're supposed to do is start out with your hair towel dried. It says to use the Aphogee shampoo beforehand. I will say that I don't do that, but I'm also not a professional. So, but anyway, I've never used it and I have never had a problem. I've always gotten pretty good results, but I do it. Yesterday I bleached my roots and left like a deep conditioner in overnight, and I just rinsed that out. So my cuticle should be pretty open since I just bleached it. As you can see, I have a lot of brassiness going on here because I have not toned it yet. So I will make a video of that after I finish this up, and I'll try to put a link below for that one too if you want to see how I get rid of the yellow brassiness after bleaching. Okay, so I'm going to take my ring off. All right, so what you need to do this, basically, you obviously need this, and this is a two-step process. It has a conditioner that you use afterwards, and this is the one that I use. It's a 2-minute reconstructor, and it just kind of balances out the pH levels. A water bottle is helpful. You do not have to have a water bottle, but it does make it a little bit easier. And a hair dryer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start this. It is honestly easiest to do this with an applicator. However, I don't ever do that either because I suppose I like to make things harder. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to put some of this in my hand. It's very, very sticky, so you will also want to have a towel on hand and just kind of work it in because you want the hair to be saturated. So for me, it's easiest to do in sections because the hair is already wet, so it's harder to feel what you've done and not done yet. But you just kind of work it in your hair. Make sure you get it in everywhere. And you saturate it. And I will also say it's so sticky and it doesn't smell the greatest either. So you just kind of have to deal with the yucky smell. But a towel or a cape you might want to drape around yourself. I am not worried about it because I am doing my hair, different things to my hair. So I have an old t-shirt on and I don't really mind if it gets on me because I will be showering and changing later anyway. Okay, now the directions do say that you should comb it through. I personally am not wanting to use a comb on my hair, especially while it's wet right now because I just bleached it and I try to really baby my hair after doing that. So I just make sure that it's worked in really well and that it is fully saturated. Now here is the part that you have to be really careful about. You need to dry this, and as it dries in your hair, it's going to make your hair very hard and like crispy. You have to be very careful while you're drying it. You don't want to agitate it. You don't want to touch it because it could essentially break off. So I do mine on a low setting and I will just kind of show you how I do this. Try not to really touch your hair too much. Try not to move it around very much because you want it to stay still, dry, and then basically after you get it completely dried, then you are good to go. So I will just go ahead and do that. Really, you want to make sure you cannot put a cap or anything on your head while you're doing this because your hair, you don't really want it to move around, but you also don't want it to be confined and break off. And I forgot to do this. I like to go back in, especially since my hair was already blonde, so I need to just try and get the root area and make sure the root area is done really well. Before it dries and I can't move it around or touch it. That water bottle also comes in handy to rinse the stickiness off your hands because the stuff is so sticky and does not smell good at all. So and you can just kind of lightly touch and feel that it's getting um, hard, but you just don't agitate it and move it around a lot, and you should be fine. Just going to heat up a little bit on this so it will go a little bit faster since I have it on such a low speed because I don't want it to move around too much, but I do want it to dry a little faster so that will it is all dry and it's very crunchy. Looks like I used 3 bottles of hairspray. Also, if you notice, I only did this on the blonde in my hair. I did do a little bit of this, but this was blonde before I got bored and decided to add color. But the back, I just kind of put in a ponytail because this has been dark for a long time and was never really bleached. The bottom, I've always kept a different color. So I didn't want to use this on that because it doesn't need it. I can't stress enough that if your hair is not so damaged that it's like breaking or really brittle, really, really dry, you do not want to use this on it because too much protein definitely is not good for your hair either. So I just make sure to do it where my hair really needs it. So now I am going to go and rinse this out after I use this water bottle because you want to get your hair wet first before you rinse it out because you can't move it until it's wet. You know, does that make sense? You don't want to break it off, so you have to get it wet so that you can make it pliable again so that you don't damage your hair while you're trying to wash it out. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this. It's nice and wet everywhere. So now I am going to go and I'm going to rinse this out and use my Keratin 2-minute reconstructor conditioner, which has to stay in for 2 minutes. So I will go do that and I will be right back. Okay, I went ahead and I rinsed it out and I used the number 2 step with the deep conditioner to help balance the pH levels in my hair. It says to only do it for 2 minutes. I always do 5 just to kind of get that extra moisturizing time. Usually I try not to use heat on my hair after bleaching it, but I am going to do a quick blow dry on very, very low heat so that I can do my next video, which is toning this yellow brassiness, which you might not be able to see so well on here. I don't know. And I will see y'all in my next video. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it helpful, please like, comment, and hit the subscribe button so you can check out some of my other tutorials and beauty reviews. Thanks for watching. Bye.